What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Chris Gunther Show. Thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure that you like and share this video. My brother would greatly appreciate it. High school basketball season is a few weeks away. What better way than to sit down with who I have affectionately called the GOAT more than once. Without any further ado, the Chris Gunther Show welcomes Coach Chivas. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, brother? How you?
Good to finally get a chance to do a sit down with you.
Yeah. Another one, right?
Right. Well, you see, we did the balcony.
We did the balcony. I had a very good time on the balcony.
Man,
shout out Aaron Coward.
Absolutely. Can't wait to finally get back to work on that.
Yeah.
But before we do that, you know, you guys just got out of practice.
Yep.
Coach, the team looks extremely young. How are you as a coach able to stay patient through this process?
Well, basketball, and just like anything, it is a process, and you have to have patience to be able to teach them and give them time to grow. And understanding, teaching them, and giving them the opportunity to make mistakes and correct them while they make mistakes. It's just like anything else, man. You know, the timing of everything. You know, you bake pies, and you got to put the pie in the oven for 30 minutes, right? If you take it out too soon, it's not done. If you leave it in, it's burnt. So you got to have the right timing and understand that, you know, the process is real.
Speaking about the process is real and the timing is real, this is your first head coaching job.
Yes, high school, yes it is. It's a learning experience coming from the collegiate level. You know, if I didn't like certain things about players or plays, you know, I could just substitute them. Well, here you have to nurture, you know, the relationship of the players because they are young, and you're trying to teach them a different style of basketball and teach them the game within inside the game. So it's taken some time, and I'm looking forward to the challenge, though.
When did everything become official, and, you know, how did, you know, talks even start about you coming in to coach here?
Well, truthfully, I had no intentions on coaching high school basketball ever. I was in my dream job, being a collegiate coach. What happened was, you know, my kids are getting older. My daughter's in high school. My son is in the military. You know, my other son is in 8th grade, and then I have a kindergartner. And I missed a lot of their lives just being on the road a lot, and I had to, you know, make a decision for myself and say, you know, I'm giving so much to other people's children. You know, it's time for me to give to mine first and foremost. And then, you know, ultimately, the opportunity presented itself for me to become a dean locally, and I took that dean position with no intentions on coaching basketball. And then I sat down with Coach Tanisha, you know, after I accepted the dean position, and basketball was made available. And reluctantly, I said I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to coach high school basketball, but, you know, things change, and I felt like I could impact more people at the root of the situation than, you know, collegiately, where you can only offer 1 or 2 scholarships and things like that.
What is going to be a successful season this year for the Golden Bears?
I don't have any expectations on anything. The only thing I ask of my players is academically do your best, behave in school, and then basketball will take care of itself. You have to open your mind and be willing to listen and learn before you can start winning. And I know it will take effect because it starts from the top, and I try my best to be a leader and lead by example and hold the guys accountable when it comes to execution and understanding of the game of basketball.
This community has a nice amount of leaders.
Yes.
But now we're seeing the dynamic change from we just having the other leaders to now having black leaders.
Okay.
And, you know, you're one of the few black coaches in this area. How much responsibility do you feel is now being laid on your shoulders?
You know, I think a lot of people expect, you know, the program to turn around right away because of who they think I am. I know who I am. And again, it's the process. I don't have any expectations right now of wins and losses. If I put those expectations into play and set the standards for the guys, they'll understand that through time and effort and execution, film study, classroom work, and things like that, things will naturally turn around. If I had to answer the question, I would like to win, you know, realistically, I would say 5 to 8 games, maybe 10 if we can squeeze some tough ones out on the road. But I don't want to put a stipulation on my guys and put a fail or pass grade on a season.
A lot of the times I remember as a player, we would love to scrimmage other teams.
Yeah.
Because we got tired of beating each other up in
Yeah,
practice.
yeah.
And now it's time for us to go scrimmage.
Correct.
Have you guys had a chance to go do that yet?
No, our first real contest is going to be the preview Friday at Liberty High School at 6. They moved our game from 5:15 to 6. I believe we play Lordstown. That'll be our first real competition versus other opponents, but I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the atmosphere. I try to do some unusual things, having the cheerleaders in our practice and things like that, so the guys can get used to a loud gymnasium, my voice screaming, trying to direct traffic and things like that. So I've been trying to do some unorthodox things to get them prepared, but again, it's just a preview. I don't have any expectations, from that either. So I'm not worried too much about it.
There's no way I can have you on here without acknowledging the word family. You come from a historical family.
Yep.
You got a chance to see your nephews/sons go
Yep.
through high school.
Yep.
Sherrod had a great career.
Yep.
Byron had a great career. Jeremy had a great career. And now that you're here,
The Randall boys, shout out to the Randall boys.
I was about to go to the next.
I
Craig
just was talking to Craig earlier today. I told him I'm your biggest hater, and I did. You could ask him, but I told him it's with love. I said, because if you can take me hating on you and not giving you any credit, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. I love you. I want to be so hard on my guys and so hard on my nephews and my people that I call family, that when they're in the world or they're in the game and somebody telling them they stink or they're not this or that, they're so used to it that it rubs off and they just keep performing, So I texted him that earlier today. It's funny I brought that up.
No, it's funny you bring that up, because I reached out to him to tell him congratulations on signing with the G League, because I don't think people realize how hard it is to even get to that level.
No, I love when I hear people say, "Oh, I'll just go play at YSU," and I'm thinking to myself, do you know how hard it is to play
crazy hard
Youngstown State? So, humility is everything, that I'm trying to teach these guys. So, be confident in yourself, but there's a fine line between, arrogance and humility. So, you know how it is.
Oh, too well. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Conversation for a different day.
Yep.
But, season getting ready to kick off in a couple weeks. When do you guys, who do you guys open up against?
I want to say Akron North, maybe like December 4th or 7th. I'm not quite sure. It's away. I want to say our first 5 games are away. Akron North, Ellet, and I believe we're at Canfield, maybe at Newcastle, versus Neshannock, and I forget the 5th game. But, one step at a time. It's a process, so I got to look at some film on the Akron teams and Canfield here soon, to kind of break it down and kind of see what I can see, and, hopefully we can go out there and compete.
I was sitting in the practice watching, and I just had all these flashbacks. I'm like, I grew up with this, and it's different sitting on this side than on that side.
It is, and I want to say, shout out to my staff, Coach Nico and Coach Vance and Coach Stanley, because it's a blessing that I don't have to coach all the time. I can put certain things in, and the coaches get it, and they just drill it, and they're very active. So shout out to my staff. It's unbelievable to have some guys in your corner, that have their own vision and experience of the game of basketball that you can take from too. Because for some odd reason, people think I know everything, and I don't. And I never claim to know. Being a player is one thing. You don't know everything as a coach. And it's really humbling to see certain guys that may or may not played on a level as you, but they can teach you stuff. And it's amazing, and it's very humbling, man. It is. I love it. I love every bit of it.
And this has been a lot of fun. If anybody wanted to support the Golden Bears this season, how can they do that?
Call me, baby. No, I'm joking. Reach out to Coach Franklin or myself. I don't have a website or anything like that, but just come to the games. I can get you a schedule. My practices are open, to anybody or alumnus that want to come and visit. We practice every day, Monday through Friday, 4 to 6. So we're here. So you're more than welcome to come. Question for you: how'd you like to practice?
I will say this, man.
Is it crazy?
No. I've been in several crazy practices.
Yeah, but not too bad.
And here's what I will say: all jokes put off to the side. When I remember, I had played for Coach Gunn. And granted, I was never the best, but I definitely wasn't the worst on the court ever. Everybody knew I was solid. Mm-hmm. I loved how when somebody made some kind of error, you didn't just be like, get them out. You just like, look, you got to learn from it. And I feel because your team is younger.
Yeah, man, we got 17 freshmen. Just about everybody you saw out there were all freshmen. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with learning. I'm okay because I learned the game of basketball in the process. I wasn't very good at first. None of us were. Everybody can see LeBron James or, Craig Randall, all of these Steph Currys. Everybody see these people, the finishing product. But nobody starts off great, and the process is real, and you have to embrace that process. And you can't just beat people down when they make mistakes. You have to get them comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know, so if you make a mistake, you turn the ball over, turnovers happen in the game of basketball. Missed shots happen, blocks, errors, everything happens. And I just can't see myself knowing the way I learned the game in pieces. You know, I couldn't dribble at one point. I could jump, I could shoot, you know, and then I learned those things. And it wasn't just all one piece. So, you know, you have to understand people and meet them where they are and teach them and bring them up.
You live and you learn. Nothing else needs
Yes,
to be
sir.
asked. Coach, I appreciate you, man.
Hey, man, thank you. Thank you for coming up, man. Anytime.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Be sure you guys like and share this video. Coach Chivas on the Chris Gunther Show. Thank y'all for watching. See
Thank
y'all
you.
next time. Get my theme song ready. Gotta go.